Hello and welcome to the Mad in America Rethinking Mental Health podcast. If you're new here, hello, my name is James and I'll be your host as we ask critical questions about the state of psychiatry and psychology in the 21st century. In this podcast, we examine mental health with a critical eye by speaking with psychologists, psychiatrists, and people with lived experience. When you hear such conversations, you realize that much of what is believed to be settled in mental health is actually up for debate. Is mental health a matter of faulty biology, or is there more to it? Are the treatments used in psychiatry helpful or harmful in the long term? Are psychiatric diagnoses reliable? With the help of our guests, we examine these questions and so much more.
One thing that I felt quite strongly was that it was disgusting that as a teenager, I had a doctor who never once said, is there any reason you might feel this way? So what we've been told is that our depression and anxiety are pathologies, they're irrational misfirings. And one of the things that connected all the different causes of depression that I learned about is actually the realization that far from being pathologies, these are perfectly understandable and natural responses. If you're depressed and anxious, you're not a machine with broken parts, you're a human being with unmet needs.
What's our job and what does society really need? Society needs informed consent around the use of these drugs. So the harm that has been done is by a profession that doesn't provide informed consent, because that has led to a misunderstanding of what the drugs do. That has led to many people being on the drugs long term. And by the way, all the data says that with this new disease model of care, the burden of mental disorders has gone up. Outcomes have worsened. That's a story of great public harm.
There we heard from journalist and author Johan Hari and Mad in America founder Robert Whittaker. I think you'll find the podcast insightful, informative, and most of all, thought-provoking. It's available on all major podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple or Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Just search for Mad in America Rethinking Mental Health.